We'd like to welcome everyone tonight to Portageville, Missouri, home of the Vic Reeves Field. I'm honored to be with my sidekick, Mike Arone, tonight. This is not going to be a Norm Van Amberg, Jim Philmeyer night. We are rookies at this. We've never done it actually before, but I tell you what, we're going to do our best and try to get this thing going. Another reason why we're honored is we are sitting in Coach Jim McKay, Hall of Fame football coach. We're sitting in his press box tonight. So we are about 2 minutes away from kickoff here. And looks like we've got the captains from both Malden and Portageville there getting ready to do their thing.
And number 73, Brandon Riggs.
You got Portageville, never been scored on defensively. You got Malden that has dominated both games.
Coaching staff for the Malden Green Wave, head coach Joel Wyatt. Assisted by Kevin Collier, Brian Bent, Andy Matthews, Josh Blaylock, Paul Arnold, Robert Miller. And for your Bulldogs, head coach Jeff Bullock, assisted by Gerald Pickering and Ashley Swims.
Overall, it's going to be a good game. It's typical southeast Missouri weather. It's not cold by any means. These kids are going to have to drink a lot of water and stay hydrated.
Your officials for tonight's game, your referee,
great point.
John
the weather is definitely
Lintner,
not an inclusive temperature
umpire,
today. I mean, we're starting a football game here at like right at 90 degrees. So,
Mason
guys,
Kellums,
we are 38 seconds
line judge Jim
from kickoff.
Kingston,
looks like Portageville is going to receive the ball first. Get ready for some Portageville Bulldog versus Malden Green Wave.
Portageville will be receiving, and they will be defending the West Gold. And here come your Bulldogs.
The Malden Green Waves are taking the field. They are going to be kicking off against the Portageville Bulldogs. Bulldogs are wearing blue home colors tonight. Malden wearing their white.
To kick off for the Malden Green Waves is number
Bulldog will send back
9.
deep number 10, Ian Torrey, along with number 3, Daniel McCray. Number 9 to kick it away for the Green Waves.
Ian Torrey. Looks like the ball's going to Ian Torrey. He's going to take it up the left side of the football field, goes to the 20, to the 25.
Kick taken by number 10, Ian Torrey, will be brought out to the 25-yard line where the Bulldogs will set up first and 10.
28-yard line. Zach Gray, number 34, with the tackle. Portageville comes out in a wishbone set, which that's not going to really be anything that surprises us here. You got John Garrett under Kellum. John Garrett Kellum's under center there.
Looks like somebody jumped off sides.
Flag on the play.
Was it number 30 maybe?
Dead ball, false start.
False start
Portageville
against the Bulldogs.
Looks like we got in a hurry. Looks like coach is
looks like number 77 for the Bulldogs, Hunter Jackson.
5-yard walk-off, make it first and 15.
A little bit antsy there. Hey, this is great start to a football game. It's going to be on and off all night. Wishbone set, Portageville right here.
Snap to Kellums. Kellums goes back to throw to Torrey. Looks a little high.
Pass intended for number 10, Ian Torrey. Falls incomplete.
Play tonight. Looks like there's a little bit of
bring up second down and 15 for the Bulldogs.
You know, that's interesting there. You got number 10, Ian Torrey there, and a true freshman ninth grader there going against, a true senior there up against him, 6'3", 190. Ethan Harris. That's going to be an interesting battle right there, I believe. That's going to be an interesting battle.
All right, they set up. Snap to Kellums. Kellums pitches it to number 3, McCray. Looks like he's going to break a few. Going upfield.
Pitch to number 3, McCray around the right side. Finally run out of bounds by number 34, Zach Gray for the Green Wave.
A good indication of what we're going to see with Daniel McCray. He is not going to get out of bounds. we're not going to see him run out of bounds.
Bulldogs have gained about 10 of that back. Going to bring up a third down and 5.
Both teams.
Ball will be spotted on the Portageville 32-yard line.
Not be anything that we're surprised. The aggression and how much they're going to play with a lot of power, a lot of heart.
All right, center. Everybody's setting up. Snap to Kellums. Kellums going to hand off to McCray again. He's still going to cut upfield. Looks like a gain about 2.
You know, as it looks like to me, around the same play.
Handoff, number 3. McCray on the carry. Met by a host of green wave. Little or no gain on the play. Going to bring up 4th and 4 for the Bulldogs.
4th and 4, and it looks like Portageville's going to be going for it. No, sorry.
Jeremy Jones out to receive the punt. Looks like to me a really high, long punt.
Punts away by number 11, Will Chrysler. Be down by number 1, Kobe Chillers.
Looks like Mauldin's going to take
Green Wave take over 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line.
Both of these teams had a good defense on their last games. I don't think either one of them were scored on. So we could get into a defensive ball game tonight. We'll just have to see what happens.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Hey, the heart of Portageville's defense starts with number 68, right? You got Mr. Priggle sitting right there. All-state his junior year. It looks like Mauldin's coming out and going to run the ball right there on a good sweep.
Pitch number 1 around the left side.
Cortez Dobbins.
Tackle made for the Bulldogs. Number 5, John Garrett Kellums.
That kid had some
gain of about 14 on the play for the Green Wave. 1st and 10.
Malden runs something very, very similar. The Portageville, they're going to come out of an I formation. They're also going to have a wing back come in there. Like right here, we're seeing is more of a wing set there. Strong right, nothing but a fullback power straight up the middle. Number 30 looks like a host of Bulldogs coming in there with it. We're going to be calling Micah a lot. We're going to be calling
handoff straight up the middle.
30 Nick Thompson. He's their heart and soul of their defense.
Tackle made by number 7 Ryan Priggle. 1st and 10 Green Wave.
Yeah, those legs were definitely rising, and he wasn't giving up. But that's any indication of how he's going to run the rest of the evening. Snap's going back. It looks like a handoff to number 6. He's got room to run. He's on the missed tackle by Torrey. Looks like he went out of bounds, Kevin, at about
number 6, Draymond Robinson on the carry for the Green Wave.
Well, that's the second carry by Draymond.
Finally knocked out of bounds by number 11, Will Chrysler for the Bulldogs. 1st down, Green Wave. Ball will be spotted inside.
But there's a reason. The right side of Mauldin's offensive line is horses.
10-yard line. 1st and goal, Green Wave.
Huge amount of success last year, which means that they've been in this ball game before. They understand what's at stake, and they're going to come to play.
Yes, they are. They're setting up. Snap, quarterback hands it off number 6 again up the middle, but he gets nowhere. That's a good stop.
Handoff number 6,
John Garrett.
straight up the middle. Tackle made by number 5, John Garrett Kellums for the Bulldogs.
Here comes in here and says, hey, look, I'm going to step up.
Little or no gain on the play. Bring up 2nd and goal
and here we are, middle line
for the Green Wave.
right there next to Derek Priggle, and that's not a bad one to be next to and be taught.
No, it's not. Derek Priggle's definitely showed himself this year, last year also. Good defensive player.
Looks like they got that wing back set, single back wing. Got the motion to the right. And here we go with a sweep to the left. They're going to split it up. Great blocking by number 30.
He did get in.
Touchdown, Green Wave.
Touchdown, Green Wave. I tell you what, that fullback right there, young man, can do some blocking. He can do some
Number 6,
blocking.
Draymond Jackson from 8 yards out.
Right there in Ryan Priggle, and he's the heart of an animal. And, look, you got a 165-pound Ryan Priggle up against a 225-pound fullback that's a senior. That's a tough feat right there.
That is tough. That is tough.
Have to get low.
But we saw Ryan throw a few hits last week that would definitely take down even the biggest guy on this football field.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Looks like
they're going to go for two. Oh, not going to work.
Cortez Dobbins just dropped.
2-point conversion is no good.
Kind of fooled the Portageville Bulldogs there for a little bit. But you know what?
Well,
6-0. We still
first
got
time.
9 minutes and 23 seconds to play. A lot of jitters out there. Senior laden team in the Malden Green Wave. Senior laden got a lot of years of experience on this football team. Portageville coming off of losing 12, 13 seniors last year on the football team. Got a lot of kids out there that hadn't played but two games at the varsity level.
Well,
it's going to be interesting to see how we just keep playing this thing out.
Speaking of age of the team, let's see how this young team comes back from getting scored on for the first time this
Number
year.
9, Chapin
That is the
Riley,
first 6
give it
points
away
that Portageville's
to
had
the
against them.
Greenway.
So that might or might not make something happen. Number 9's back to kick.
Daniel McCray.
Looks like McCray and Torrey are in the backfield to receive. Portageville bobbles it just a little bit.
Ryan Priggle picks it up. Looks like he's still on his feet. Going to try to go right up in the middle there. Young man's got a heart of an animal. He's got a heart of an animal.
Yes, he still did not want to go down.
A host of Green Waves.
On the return for the Bulldogs.
22, Shane Perkins.
Bring it out. It's about
big senior right there. Gets the tackle for the Malden Green Waves.
You know, you say he's a beast, number 7 for us. I kind of like watching him. He does have some fire in him.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Portageville coming right off the wishbone set.
John Garrett
going right up the
hands
middle
off to McCray.
On a straight up just power. Right off to the right side.
On the carry for the Bulldogs.
Looks about like a 2-yard gain
Number
for
6,
McCray.
Draymond Robinson on the stop for the Green Wave.
Both teams
gain of about 2, bring up a 2nd and 8.
Pretty organized teams. They're
very well coached. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you got Coach Bullock for the Portageville Bulldogs. But that is as good as any. And you also have for the head coach, Coach Wyatt over at the Malden Green Waves. And, actually been doing it about 5-6 years as a head football coach, but I want to tell you there's no better weightlifting coach in the Boot Hill, Missouri. I mean, he stresses to get in the weight room, and you can obviously see his kids are huge, right?
Loss on the play. Bring up 3rd and long for the Bulldogs.
Yes, they are. We have 3rd and long coming up for the Portageville Bulldogs. They set up. Snap to Kellums. Kellums goes back. Looks like he's under a lot of pressure. He is sacked in the backfield.
By number 6 for the Malden Green Waves, Dramond Robinson.
Robinson leading the charge.
Looks like a 20-yard loss maybe. These Green Waves came to play ball tonight.
Bring up 4th and long for the Bulldogs.
It is 4th and long. Looks like we're going to be punting.
Will Chrysler had a decent kick the last kick here. Went about 25, 35 yards here. We're going to see what the second kick looks like. Great snap. Looks like it darn near got blocked.
Yes, it did, Kev.
By number 1
Number
for the
33 back
Waves.
to catch, but he's going to let it just drop there around the 45-yard line.
Got a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play.
Usually when you have something here, you have a holding here, Micah. Usually it's the center of the field. Looks like maybe holding on the Green Waves. We'll see right here. We got us a white cap's going to tell us what we got. Yes, it is, in fact, holding against the Green Waves. They're going to back it up.
Against the Green Waves.
You know, Micah, one of the things that I'm seeing here short term in this game with still 7:21 left in the first quarter, Malden is getting the ball in better position than the Portageville Bulldogs right now. They're their first series right here was at about the same 35. So we got to get in control of the possession game is what we've got to do, Mike,
This
for
time I'd
Portageville
like to
Bulldogs.
introduce to you the Portageville High School cheerleaders.
Right now, I'd like to take time out to read
Bullet.
some sponsors. Crop Production Services is one of the
And,
largest distribution
Birdwell.
networks of agriculture products and services in
Caroline
southeast
Samples.
Missouri. It is proud to support the high
Brittany
school
Messenger.
athletics. CPS provides service including
Molly Frank.
soil sampling, mapping, fall fertilizer and
Sydney
lime,
Carter.
custom application services, wheat seed, chemicals, and
Harper.
Dynagrow seed and LPI nutritional
Stormy
products.
Kershaw.
Crop Production Service has
Deanna
knowledgeable
Ray.
staff providing agronomic solutions for all
Amber
fall needs
Stafford.
or to plan for your spring 2015
Emily
needs.
Brown.
Contact CPS in Portageville, Culin, Sykeston,
Brianna
Bernie, and other
Jones.
locations throughout southeast Missouri
cheerleading
or
sponsor
northeast
is Miss
Arkansas.
Mary Samples.
If you need auto parts, stop by Delta Auto Parts and Salvage on Highway
Reagan
61 in
Corbett
Portageville.
also, excuse me.
Colin and his staff will assist you with all of your needs. They specialize in domestic, car, light, truck parts. Go online to deltaautoparts.com for parts and information. Tonight, the field is sure looking good. You'd say if you were here, you would say the same. Because it is in great condition thanks to Turf Renovations. Turf Renovations is responsible for outstanding field surfaces on not only this field but also numerous ones in the area. Turf Renovations prides itself on providing the best playing surfaces for the area's athletes. To check out their projects, go online to turfrenovations.com. Looks like we are back on the playing field. Malden Greenways has the ball.
Hey, we got us a little bit of wider set here.
You know, once again, they go to number 6.
Handoff number 6.
This time it did not work. Hopefully Bulldogs have
Tackle made
caught
number
on to that.
68, Derek Priggle
Both
for
of these
the
teams
Bulldogs.
are playing hard tonight.
Gain
You know,
of about
Micah, one
on
of the things
play.
that I see the Portageville Bulldogs doing here is as they spread this field up, speed on both sides of the ball are going to be very, very similar. But again, who's going to win the war is on the front of the O-line. And right now, as I see it, the Malden Green Waves are winning this war. We're going to see what the Portageville Bulldogs can do here as we go forward.
Same setup. Malden's lined up. Pitch back. Pitch to number 1 this time on the sweep on the left side. Looks like he almost went down, but he's going to grab a few more yards, and what that's going to
Pitch
cause is
number
a
1
first
around
down
left side.
for Malden. They're not
Not
giving
ball,
up, and they're
Bulldogs.
walking down the field once again.
You know, again, I mean,
Be
we're
enough for a
there.
first down.
Portageville
First
is
and
there.
Green
Got him in the backfield there for a moment, but we cannot arm tackle. That is not going to work against a strong, very athletic football team like Malden. You know, you got to go in there, you got to wrap up, you got to go low. And, and right now, that's what's going on right now. It's kind of the story right now as we go into this early making of the first quarter with still 6 minutes left to go.
Like you said, when you hit that weight room and hit those legs, you definitely
This is a different set, Micah. We got trips right. Looks like he's going to throw the ball back across
like a
his
screen
body.
set up maybe.
What a great job there by number 55 for the Portageville Bulldogs, Warren Chambliss. He stayed at home, right? And that's exactly what defensive ends are supposed to do. We're going to stay at home. We're going to make sure that we don't let the short man burn us there. Great, great play by Warren Chambliss. Again, I formation, split right. I formation goes right back into
Goes back to number 6 again. Number 6 going to take it upfield. He's to the 30, to the 20. Looks like he's going to be taken down by Derek Priggle.
Number 6, Robinson on the carry.
He had to come
comes
across
all the way around from the middle linebacker side.
Tackle
right,
made
Micah,
by number 68.
and catches him.
Derek Priggle.
You know, Micah, right there is a good,
First and
going into
10
the C
Greenway.
gap. You know, it's a zone kind of read for that running back there, and he sees the gap, he hits it, and he gets to the next level. Again, we've got younger guys. Portageville has got younger guys. You look at the two corners there, you've got a sophomore in Ryan, you've got a freshman in number 10, Ian Torrey. You know,
I see juniors out there, some sophomores. All right, looks like they're lining up.
again,
Going to go
back
in
the
the
ace formation, in my opinion. It's the ace formation, 60 mesh. Guy comes into the zone to 30. Going to go right into the draw
looks like
play. In on the tackle is number 1, Kobe
Handoff, number
Chillers.
30.
And hey, these boys, like we said earlier, they are
Nick
hitting.
Thompson.
That was a good hit,
Tackle
good
made
solid
number
hit.
1,
The
Kobe
young
Chillers.
man carrying it knows he probably got hit.
Bring up
But
2nd and 2.
I will
for
say
the
one
Green
thing,
Wave.
it's not stopping them any from carrying that ball up the field.
Good teams do what good teams do, right, Mike?
That's correct.
And they keep doing what they know what they're going to do.
Different setup. Snap to, looks like they're going to be going left to number 33 with a sweep around. Looks like he's going to get in, Kevin.
Number 33, Jeremy
Touchdown,
Jones. There's a kid
Green
there
Wave.
that does. They have a very
33,
similar play
Jeremy
against
Jones,
Carruthersville last week that played real well, and they went right back to it and pretty much had the same results there. So, you know, Micah, this is something that the Portageville Bulldogs did not want to see happen here in the early stages of the first quarter.
No, to go from not being scored on to 12-0 in the first quarter, definitely going to change the mind frame of this young Bulldog team. But we'll just have to see what happens. It looks like they're going to be going for 2.
Goes right back to number 30, the fullback.
And he does get it.
Nick Thompson's
Two-point conversion
you talking
is
about
good.
a horse now. There's one you want to ride. He's number one.
4
He's
minutes,
you know, a
48
big
seconds
running back in the
remaining in the
11th
first quarter.
grade.
Malden,
He's
Green
got some
Wave,
experience at the
14.
varsity level.
Portageville Bulldogs,
yeah.
0.
5'11", 225 pounds, that can run like the wind. I'm gonna tell you, that's a hard guy to bring down right there.
Like to remind
Yeah,
you
Kevin,
folks
it looks
about
like if
concession
Portageville doesn't
stands,
learn how to stop
hamburgers,
that,
hot
this is going to be a
dogs,
long night for
nachos.
the Bulldogs because Malden is
All your
definitely not
cold
letting
drinks.
up. So, you know, they definitely don't want to take too many of those.
I got to tell you, Micah, you're exactly right. You know, we have seen the Portageville Bulldogs come in here with a great defense the last couple of games. And right now what we've seen is Portageville really hasn't done anything to basically stop what they're doing. And they're doing a lot of different sets. They're doing a lot of different things. And right now Portageville doesn't have to see what they've got
along with
going
number
on.
3.
It looks like the kicker's going to be kicking right about the same spot again. Might want to think about moving the 2 up, 2 back, because it looks like he's getting it to about that 20 every time, Kevin, if we want to get our –
Yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, Micah, it's right now you got Ian Torrey in the back, and also you've got Daniel McCray. I'm going to tell you, those are 2 guys there that are speedsters. But
you're right. Hey, number 11, Will Chrysler, is definitely not one to miss on the speed. So, you know, if they can just get it to one of those 4, really, you know, all 6 of those guys can have hands and definitely run the football. So, looks like they're going to try it again. He is back to kick.
Number 9, Chamberlain Riley. I tell you what, he gets it off to the side of his foot. Back to Ian Torrey right there, Micah.
Torrey's going to take it upfield. I will say one thing about him. He got to around the 40, but he definitely didn't run away from a hit. Ian Torrey lowered his shoulder and just took it right on in there. Good run by Torrey. There is a flag on the play.
You know, once again, you know, you're down. Portageville's down 14-0. You got a freshman there that's going to run the ball, and again, both teams, regardless of who's going to win tonight, both teams will wake up in the morning and they know that they have played a football game.
I totally agree with you there.
They will know. They will be cut up. They'll be bruised. Their bodies will be sore. These are 2 very well coached, very defense oriented. Okay, which means when you're defensive oriented, you're going to hit, and you're going to know that you got hit.
Personal foul against the Green Wave.
Looks like, Michael, we got a personal foul right there, which is
on the Green Wave,
which is unfortunate right there, because you know Mauldin sitting here looking really nice at a 14-0 lead, and you know you're still going to get the ball there on the 40. Next thing you know, now you're in your territory.
You're 45.
Bulldogs will set up 1st and 10 in the Malden territory.
All right, looks like we're going to take a little timeout right now.
Timeout.
Right now, I'd just like to say Greenpoint Ag in Portageville, located south of Portageville on Highway T. The 7 Greenpoint locations offer seed, fertilizer, crop protection products, and custom application services. and stop by the Portageville Farm and Home Store for a large selection of home, lawn, garden supplies, hardware, and clothing. Go to greenpointag.com or call 573-379-3816. Also, Butler Drug Store on Main Street in Portageville is your local full-service pharmacy. Also including gifts and fine jewelry, Dr. Trey Rohn has been serving the area for many years and provides your prescription solutions. Stop by at 222 East Main Street in Portageville or call 573-379-5469. Looks like we're going to be going back on the field after a timeout.
We're resuming play where the Bulldogs set up 1st and 10 just inside Malden territory. Ball spotted on the 44-yard line.
We're back. Bulldog Green Wave football on YHC. Looks like Portageville's going into the, actually what I call an ace, I think Coach Bullock calls a double slot. Looked like to me it was going to be a little low bubble screen right there. Just gets tipped by number 34. And great pass by John Garrett, just gets it tipped, right? I mean, you're looking at number 34 for the Malden Green Waves, Zach Gray, 6'2", 212 kid. You know, hey, look, that's pretty good arm strength, right? He just gets it up there and gets his arm up there and blocks it, right? They're going to go right back to this single back set, double slot, 60 type series there.
Snaps back. John Garrett's looking. Looks like he's going to take it himself. Going to take it on upfield. Looks like a gain about 6 yards.
John Kellums on the quarterback.
You know, Micah, there you go. There's you an experienced quarterback. Got all last year under his belt, right? Saw an open hole right there. Instead of saying, hey, look, I'm going to look around for a little bit more. Saw it was open and a gain of 6 yards.
Yes, sir. And those Green Waves wasn't stopping for any reason. They were definitely coming at him, so that was almost his only option at that point.
I'll tell you this, most of everybody that's from around these parts that know John Garrett, and you know what? He showed a little bit of speed right there.
Yes, he did. I noticed that during baseball season of this year. Looks like he's going to step back and pass. Pass is good to McCray. Number 3 going to walk it upfield, maybe another 10, 15 yards. It's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs.
There's a flag on the play, Micah, right here. And this kind of it's in a spot you really don't want to see.
Top block against the Bulldogs.
It is against the Bulldogs, Kev.
You know, Micah, we've seen this now for the last 2 weeks, okay? And you know, is it a chop block? Is it not a chop block? You know, we are not the one to decide. These official crews are the one. The last couple of weeks, Portageville has done that, didn't get it called. Tonight, looks like we got it called off of that.
One thing good about that, Kevin, we might learn that earlier. I'd rather learn it in the early part of the season than the late part of the season. Make a mistake like that could cost us. Looks like we're going to set back again. John Garrett back to take the snap. He's looking. Looks like he's got some pressure. He's going to have to take it upfield himself. And he goes down at about the 52 or the 48-yard line.
You know, Michael, we had a double slot. Okay, double slot with our single back. Then we come in with a wingman and come in there.
For the Bulldogs.
We got Portageville's got 2 running backs right there, and John Garrett comes in here, makes a positive out of something that looked really, really negative there early.
Yes, he did, Kev. Yes, he did. It looks like they're going to be setting up to punt. It's going to go back to Chrysler. Mauldin's going to be coming at him. And the snap's back to Chrysler. Chrysler kicks. Looks like a nice punt. Number 33 is going to receive it. He's going to cut upfield. It looks like he's got room to run. He's taking it up the middle. He goes down at about the 40-yard line. But there is a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play. Actually, you got 2 different types of fouls going right here. But how about Derek Priggle's hit right there? Do you think the young man knew he ran the ball right there, Micah?
Kev, there for a minute, he was like Superman in there. Yeah, definitely a great hit. But that's a lot of what Derek does.
It is. It really is. And we've been fortunate for the Portageville fans to be able to see this the last 3 years. And you know, we got another 6 or 7, 8 games left to get the chance to watch him, and we're going to enjoy every moment of it because he's dearly going to be missed for being in a blue and white uniform for the Portageville Bulldogs.
Yes, he is going to be missed, but I guess the good thing about it, he does have a little brother coming up that does have that pop. Definitely likes to hit. It must run in the family.
Mike, it looks like to me there was both fouls that offset. We had 3 penalties, 1 offset, and so it looks like to me that we'll have a
still walking it
5-yard walk-off for a block in the back is what it looks like to me.
I'll just take this time to say A-Plus Family Clinic in Portageville has been providing the area with medical services with great quality and service. Visit them at 203 East 3rd Street or give them a call at 379-2100 to schedule an appointment. A-Plus Family Clinic in Portageville for local medical solutions. Looks like we've still got a little pause on the field.
Mike, it looks like we're hollering punt team for the Portageville Bulldogs. We're going to go ahead and redo this offsetting foul, so we're going to redo a punt here. Again, looks like number 33 for the Green Waves. Micah, is that right?
Yes, it is, Kev. It is Jeremy Jones. He's a 6'1" senior.
Will Chrysler. You know, we've watched him punt. I guess now this will be his 4th punt here for the night. And bad snap, low snap. He still gets it off. And another booming punt here with a fair catch.
At the 20. Definitely a good punt by Will Chrysler for Portageville. But Portageville's definitely going to have to keep that punting team on the sidelines if they want to stay in this ball game. 14-0, Malden in the lead. And Mauldin's coming to play tonight here in Portageville. So.
Again, you know, it's all about how many minutes you get on offense, and you want to lead that. You know, you want as many minutes as you can on offense because that's how you win football games. And Micah, right now, who's winning those minutes? The Malden Green Waves right now.
Yeah, Kev, it's definitely, you can tell Malden's held the ball most of the first quarter. When Portageville did hold it, we didn't hold it very long. So, well, let's see. The Malden Green Waves are back to take the snap. Quarterback throws to the left. Looks like he's going to miss 1 tackle, but the second tackle is going to go ahead and take him down. That tackle is going to go to number 3 for Portageville.
Number 3, Ethan. Oh, I'm sorry, number 3, Daniel McCray. But there is a flag on the play. Usually when you see those flags right there, we'll have a hold here, Micah. And that's going to even make it even better for the Portageville Bulldogs.
It's going to push them.
It's going to push them even further in the back. And, again, like we said earlier, you got to have good field position. And right now, field position-wise, where you start out on offense is being won by the Malden Green Waves. Looks like holding was the call there by the Malden.
Well, I tell you, Kev, looking up here from the press box, man, number 76, I think he's a 6'3" senior for Malden. Man, he is definitely a blocking machine tonight.
Yeah, and they'll move him around a little bit on that O-line, too. You'll see him, usually when he's around there, they're going to his side.
Oh, looks like Derek Priggle got in. Going to make a loss of about probably 10 yards.
Derek Priggle doing what he's done all year long. Not anything surprising. Look, we got a loss on the play. Looks like we got a second down. What is the ball on their own 5-yard line there?
It's going to be 2nd and 26, I think, Kevin. This might be a turning point for the Portageville Bulldogs. We'll see what the Malden Green Waves do to come back on that. Looks like they're setting up to hand off to number 6. Once again, Derek Priggle, and he had some help that time. Looks like McCray had him.
Daniel McCray.
Tackle made by number 3.
It looks like it's going to be what, 3rd and 26, Give, or 3rd and 22?
Looks like
there?
about 3rd and 24, 25, somewhere around there. But you know what? 3rd and a long ways. How about we say it that way, Micah? Because
they're in their own end zone.
They are, and you know you really don't want to jeopardize here a turnover because again, field position is just that important, especially when you got a 14 lead early in the game there. Going right back to that wing back, and we're coming with another pass actually.
It's a pass to number 6, man. It looks like it's going to be a first down. Talking about getting out of a bad situation.
Hey, let's give credit where credit's due. What a great pass by the quarterback.
Totally agree.
I mean, what a great pass. Had some pressure right there.
He stayed with him the whole time.
No, he did. He came right in there, number 2, and number 2, Parker, and just came right in and did what he needed to do.
Yeah, that was a great catch. But now we know that guy's not only a running threat, he is definitely a passing threat also, Kevin.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Micah. We've got a 1st and 10 on the Malden Green Waves 28-yard line, 29-yard line, Micah. And I'll tell you right now, that was a little bit of air out of Portageville Bulldogs' sails there defensively.
Yes, it was. Looks like it's going to hand off again, this time to number 10. Looks like it's going to be about a gain of about 6.
Yeah, Mike, I tell you, I think that right there was on number 30, the running back of the big fullback, Nick Thompson. You know, we've called his number a lot tonight, and it's still, a minute left to go in the first quarter. The guy's a horse. You know, he's a junior, 220-pound, 5'11" kid that says, hey, look, man, put me on your back. I'm ready to play. That's what they're doing.
Well, Mauldin's coming up to the line. Looks like Portageville's set. Doing a little shift in down low. Looks like it's going to be another handoff in the middle, and he's got room to run. Looks like a tackle by Will Chrysler at the about 54-yard line.
You know, Will Chrysler comes in there, and, you know, Cameron West, number 2, had somewhat of an injury and, didn't get a lot of playing time last week, and I don't know if it was due to injury or if it was actually due to, hey, you know, look, you got to play with a little bit of pain sometimes, young man, as a sophomore there. So good to see him back on the field right now playing for the blue and white, because I'm going to tell you he's a playmaker, Micah.
Yes, he is, not only on the football field but also on the baseball field. He had one heck of a season. All right, Malden sets up, got some movement. Quarterback hands off again to number 44, Kevin, and he looks like he runs for about 12 yards, but he's fallen the whole time. But he has tree trunks his legs, and he just kept going. So Portageville did get him down about at the 30.
You know, Micah, I got to tell you about 44 D Triplet. He's a freshman, true freshman, same age as Ian Torrey, and I got to tell you, the young man can run the football. Okay, the young man has got a lot of speed. Okay. And what's even much better about him, he's a 6 foot, 275-pound freshman, okay, at the fullback position. And the young man can run. He should be right there. He's not an old lineman. He is definitely proven himself to the coaching staff and Coach Wyatt that, look, I want to be a running back. Give me an opportunity. And there you see, you know, hard work does pay off right there.
You know, Kev, the bus comes to mind when I saw him run a little bit. I guess one thing that's on a positive note, though, seeing all these young guys out here playing hard, you know, high school football's here to stay, and it's going to be here for the next couple years.
Great point. That'll be the end of the first quarter, Micah. And with that, we appreciate you watching YHC TV, Portageville Green Wave Football. We're going to take us a break. We'll be back.
What is your emergency? Need assistance at County Road 61 and Highway 9. Help is on its way.
Clear! There's a better way to jumpstart your soil back to health. Apply Endzone to protect and increase nitrogen efficiency without killing bacteria. Apply Prevent to increase phosphorus availability and reduce fixation. Better yet, use them both to get more from your fertilizer investment and see higher potential yields. Ag Explorer, your prescription for healthy soil.
Always on the go? Take the best in TV entertainment with you with New Wave to Go. Now you can enjoy your home television service everywhere, anytime on your laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Watch your favorite channels and sporting events live via the internet. Even access your home DVR to enjoy your recorded shows and movies or to set up future recordings. Prices start at just $12.99 a month. So call us today and ask about New Wave to Go. Another innovative service brought to you by New Wave, your local communications experts.
Michael, we are back. Mauldin Greenway with the ball.
Pitch out to number 1. That is Parker, or no, that is Cortez.
Cortez with a nice run off the right side of the football. Gets all the way to the corner, and what you really like about Cortez there is he puts his foot in the ground and goes upfield. He goes upfield, you know. That's what you got to like in a running back. He don't want to run out of bounds. He doesn't mind a little contact. Put your foot in the ground, get upfield, try to find some grass.
Bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Green Wave.
All right, we are back. Portageville defense. Malden Green Waves do have the ball. They are setting up again.
Formation, simple right here, dive play right here in the A gap. And,
Kev, you know they've ran that play several times this evening, and they seem to get 6 yards every time they do it.
They do.
You know, when I do the math, if you continue to get 6 yards, you walk down the field
yes, you do.
quite easily.
Yes, you do, Micah. And you know, football's all about just blocking and tackling. You know, when you get down to it, and when you really get down to it, it's about trying to block. And the horses, what I call the heart of a football team, is your O-line. You know, you got big number 60 there with Terrell Boyle. You know, a 5'11", 184 senior. You got big 56 right there standing at you. At JaVale Cooper, 5'8", 230 senior. You know, look, you got a lot of quality football players there, Micah.
Crop Production Services, one of the largest distribution networks of agriculture products and services in southeast Missouri, is proud to support high school athletics. CPS provides service including soil sampling, mapping, fall fertilizer and lime, custom application services, wheat seed chemicals, and Dynagrow seed and LPI nutritional products. Crop Production Services has a knowledgeable staff providing agronomic solutions for all your fall needs or to plan for your spring 2015 needs. Contact CPS in Portageville, Culin, Sykeston, Bernie, or other locations throughout southeast Missouri or northeast Arkansas. Boy, you know, Kev, these Bulldogs sure are still getting rooted on by the cheerleaders. I think they're doing a great job this evening in this heat.
I got to tell you, you know, Micah, you know, it's hot out. It's still, you know, heat index mid to upper 90s still, you know. Sunset's going to be coming here. Still going to be hot, still going to be humid. Still got a lot of football game to play, Micah. We got 10:39 left in the second quarter with the Mauldin Green Wave leading the Portageville Bulldogs 14-0.
All right, they're set back. Malden back, hands off, number 30. 30 up the middle, breaks a few tackles, got some room to run. Looks like he's going to take it on up the field, but he does. He takes it on into the end zone, Kevin. That's a touchdown for the Malden Green Waves.
Number 30 on the
you know, Big Nick Thompson, you know, you got to you got to admire his ability to be able to run through people, around people, and again, it all starts up front. You know, you got these horses of running backs, but you know what, man? You'd rather be a big old Clydesdale, be the heart of a football team, right? Big number 66 you see right there, number 56. I mean, you got some horses that are blocking for you. You know, Andrew Collier, 5'7", 223-pound senior, you know, living a dream. You got number 70, you know, Cordelia Clark, 6 foot, 220-pound senior. You got a lot of quality football players out there, Micah.
Yes, you do. What a hit by Ian Torrey.
Ian Torrey comes in there, gets low, gets you know, if you don't have your feet, it's hard to run, Micah. You know, and even with athletes, you know, you take their feet away from you and you can't run. It's good to see good quality freshmen. I mean, you had D. Triplett coming out here for the Malden Green Wave showing up as a freshman. You got Ian Torrey showing up, and both of them being able to contribute to their football team.
Yeah,
and it's really good to see that.
Definitely not only playing but contributing. I tell you, I keep looking out on the field, and there's a beautiful bulldog painted in the middle. I tell you, it looks like they're playing on carpet this evening.
Yeah, Mikey, you know, the football field right here, Turf Renovations does a great job keeping up. Had a hard winter. Took a lot of work for a lot of people to come in here and see this. A lot of people should be happy with what this football field looks like. That's for darn sure.
Yes, sir. Riley's going to be kicking the ball again. He's not only their quarterback, but he is their kicker. He's going to go back and he kicks. Looks like McCray will be receiving the ball. He cuts it up the field. He's at the 20, the 25. Looks like he's going to make it to about the 30, and then about 2 Mauldin Green Waves. No, make that 3 Mauldin Green Waves. Take him on down.
Again, you know, you got number 1. You got Cortez Dobbins comes in there as a senior, but again, you see Big D Triplet, number 44, coming in there as a freshman, diving into the pile, trying to say, hey, look, I wanted to be on this field, Coach. Give me an opportunity. You got to love kids like that. You got to love them.
Yes,
Portageville comes in here really, really struggling right now offensively. You know, trying to find some kind of rhythm, some kind of offensive set to say, hey, look, we can play with these guys. We got the same horses down low. Go right back to the wishbone. Let's see who wins this football.
John Garrett back. Looks like he's going to be handing off to DeLille.
Hey, there you go, number 44. DeLille, been playing for the last 4 years. You know, we thought he was a senior the last 3 years. You know, he's played a horse. You know, he's played like a horse every single play.
Yes, he
does.
Know,
plays injured, plays hurt, and strong as an ox. And I got to tell you, right there, what's it take? 4 or 5 Mauldin Green Waves to bring him down, and just as strong as an ox. Good kid, and we're going to dearly miss him around here, these parts of Portageville, Missouri, for sure.
Yes, we will, Kev. Looks like they're going to be setting up again. John Garrett to take the snap. They go, there they are. Looks like he's going to be passing.
Right there to
1.
Hey, that's a great pass. Great pass. John Garrett stays tall in the pocket, lets the pocket close on him, dishes it out there in the flats right there late, and for a first down. You know, I tell you right now, Kobe Chillers will say, hey, I'll take that pass all day long. I'll take that pass all day long.
Yes, sir. And the good part, they'll be doing that next year also, because Kobe is just a sophomore.
He is a junior, and you got a junior quarterback there in John Garrett. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Again, going back to the wishbone.
John Garrett back.
Going back to the second side. We're going over here to Ian Torrey, going right back to a flats.
Incomplete. And intended for number 10.
Ian Torrey coming right over here. Not quite sure if that's a post or I don't know what. I don't know that Ian Torrey
was. The route might not have been ran just perfect there. It looked like it might have been overthrown a little bit also. But he does have people coming at him. He's not getting much time back there.
You know, I got to give you. I got to give some horses for the Portageville Bulldogs right now. You got big number 50 right there, sophomore in Nicholas Allred centering. He's playing the center. Look, he's doing a great job. And, yes, trying to save John Garrett's hide right there.
All right, that was a pitch to McCray. Looks like he's going to pick up about gain of 7. And I agree with you, Kevin. The line is showing out tonight and doing good. They're just facing some big beast. When you're facing what they're facing, to give your quarterback that extra second, that's asking for a lot.
You got to. Big number 60, Tyler Jones, sitting over there trying to gridiron with it. You got big Derek Priggle in 68. Number 77, Hunter Boo Jackson. Trying to get in there. You know, here's your kid that battled, tried through the heat of the summer to try to earn a spot on this place. He hadn't played football in the last 3 years. Hey, great opportunity for these kids to play football, that's for sure.
Looks like it's going to be short. Inches.
Third and short for the Bulldogs.
Am I done with that? I'll skin it through before.
Going back, Micah, to the very start of this football game, we said there was going to be really 3 key things, 3 components for a football for each team to have to succeed. We had, you obviously always have to look at your turnovers and try to win that battle. You got to win the offensive minutes, okay, and you got to win which ball you're playing on, which side of the football you're playing on. And right now, Mauldin's obviously winning 20-0 for a reason, because they're winning in all 3 of those components.
Looks like they try.
You know, we just
Forward
called.
progression might have got it.
You know, we just called Big Nicholas Allred's number, right? And he goes right in there with the quarterback keeper and says, "Hey, look, Big Nick, take me to the promised land, son. Let's get us a first down."
And yes, he did just that, Kevin. He said,
Portageville's needing a first down. There's not been, but I think that's the third first down of the football game for their offense right now. And you know, they've been wanting and needing that to come in here and say, "Hey, look, we can compete." Okay, Portageville right now, first year back in the 2A situation. They're in 2A for Misha, and saying, "Hey, look, I know we're a small 2A, but you know what? We're going to hit you like a big 4A."
yes, sir. It is 20-0, but it is only in the second quarter. So John Garrett takes the you
know, a host of greenways coming through there. You got big number 56 with JaVale Cooper. You got number 6 there coming right through there with Dramond Robinson. Hey, look, what a great play for the defense there with the greenways. They're not going to run anything special. They're going to go 4-4 against you. Okay. Hey, look, beat us if you can. And right now, look, you got your hands full when you're playing the Malden Green Waves, Macaron. You got your hands full.
Snap to Kellums. Kellums pitch back to Chrysler. Chrysler gets stopped in the backfield. Really nowhere to go. He had 2 in on him. Stopped him for about a loss of 5. There's a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be
number 56 in on the stop.
There was a little bit of arguing going on in the field. Could be against Malden.
You know, I believe what's very interesting here is you got folks out here with the Malden Green Waves, and I can promise you, if you look across the field, that Coach Wyatt is not going to be pleased with this because, hey, look, that right there is going to not only cost them an opportunity at trying to get the ball back, but now it's a personal foul to begin with. So to boot, so you got to do better. You got to watch what you're saying out there, especially with a 20-0 lead. You got to be a little bit more capable of saying, you know what, we got a good lead. Let's settle in here and let's do the right thing, Micah.
Well, if I was Portageville, I'd take note of that.
Timeout.
It's 20-0, but they're already doing that kind of stuff in the second quarter. Let's just keep. The Bulldogs need to keep hammering at them and just hope that they can break them down.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can assure you of one thing. Coach Wyatt's talking to those folks right now saying we're more disciplined than that. We're going to play with more discipline, and we're going to do the right thing. Reverse that. You got Coach Bullock right here saying,
what do you think he's saying?
He's saying, hey, look, we got to do some things that we do right. All right, we do the little things. We block and we tackle.
You know, and I'll tell you, with that, Kevin, the first couple games we've seen this year, that's exactly what they've done, and they have been a well-coached team, and they look like a team.
Absolutely. Hey, you know, Coach Bullock's been coaching a long time, and you know, one of the things that he's touted about this team, you know, year in and year out, all summer, he said, you know, I don't know how many football games we're going to win, but I can promise you, when you play this blue and white football team called the Portageville Bulldogs, you will know that you have been played when you get up the next morning. And I can attest to this just watching this game right here. It's 20-0. The Green Waves are up with another 7:45 left to play in the game, and they're still popping. They're still popping.
Yes, sir. Okay, there, line back up. We are back in play. John Garrett to take the snap. Looks like we jumped all sides. We'll see who it's on. It is going to be on the Bulldogs. Looks like they're going to be going back 5. It will be 3rd and 17.
You know, it didn't look like number 11, Will Chrysler, just really ever got set. Just didn't feel real comfortable. But I tell you what, he sure was pretty to watch last week against them Chaffee Red Devils. He was comfortable.
Oh, yes, he was, Kev. I think he had 160 yards running. A few of those might have been for some passing yards. Well, Garrett back to take the snap. Looks like he's going to throw to McCray. McCray's got one person to beat, and he does. He takes it on up the field. Looks like it's going to be a gain about 15 yards for McCray.
Pass number 3.
Definitely got him out of a tight spot there.
You know, Micah,
gain of about 8 yards.
Number 5, John Garrett Kellums, right there makes a play where, look, I'm gonna watch the field. I'm gonna try to see it. I'm gonna try to see it. I'm gonna try to see it right there when I'm fixing to get a sack. I know my trouble back is over here. I got McCray in here. I'm gonna dump it off. McCray does what he does in the wide open, and look, get a good solid 7-8 yard run there, or yard pass right there. Great job by John Garrett, seeing the field, understanding he's got a trouble back in the backfield, dumps it off.
Looks like Portageville will be punting the ball. Chrysler to take the ball. Good punt by Chrysler. Caught on the 10. Looks like he's going to take it upfield to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, 30, 35. Looks like he's going to go out of bounds to the 35, and it looks like McCray made that tackle. The score is 20-0. Second quarter, 6:43 left on the clock.
Greenways might could go straight back to that I formation. Looks like they're going to try to go into the D gap, and away it goes. And however far he wants to go, looks like we got a hold by number 33 right here in the flats there. And it's a shame too, because his buddy Robinson, man, is going to come back here and say, "Hey, look, dude, why are you holding? I was behind you."
We got a flag on.
There were some missed tackles there for the Bulldogs that definitely need to be hit on. But once again, man, these Malden Greenways are not letting up, running hard.
Micah, looks like to me that the Portageville Bulldogs has come in, and they said, look, hey, we got to beef our stuff up in the front. And, you got 55 Warren Chambliss out there. Looks like to me you're going to come in there, and they got Tyler Jones playing right here at, at their right tackle position. Going to come right back in and try to figure out big number 70 and say, hey, look, Nathan, you're going to be our man. Let's do what we can do, Nathan, and try to get in there and get in the backfield. They've got their hands full, and they know it, and they're doing all they can do to get back there.
Riley's going to bring his team up. He's going to take the snap. Looks like he's going to hand off once again up the middle, but this time it was denied.
Handoff, first man through.
Again, right there, number 55, Warren Chambliss comes right through that gap, and looks like to me that they're not going to quit, Micah. Portageville is not going to quit. It really doesn't. They're not going to quit on you. They're going to stroke you until the fourth quarter's over.
Bring up 2nd and 14 for the Greenway.
Robinson looked a little stunned on that play. Let's see what he does these next few plays. Riley's bringing his team to the line.
They go with the single back, wing back, 33 in motion. They're going to go try to hit the back right in the
It's going to be a long.
Usually, Micah, what they try to do is they try to hit the back coming straight off of a slant route there. And you know what? He said, no, you know what? I think I'm going to go the go route and try to hit number 2.
Pass was there.
Patrick McCormick.
Pass was there.
Yeah, it was. Again, freshman comes through, says, hey, look, man, I'm going to try to overleap you, right?
14 for the Greenway. 3rd and 14.
Looks like there's a few changes on the Malden Greenway side. Riley's going to bring his team on up. Looks like they're in the same formation.
Or the single back, wing slide coming right here, back around with a reverse. And I got to tell you, that young man's got some speed, doesn't he, Micah?
Yes, he does, Kev. Luckily, he kind of tripped his own self up. For the Bulldogs, anyway.
Hey, Cortez says, hey, look, I know I held earlier, but I'm going to bounce right here and get me a reverse here, and I'm going to get us a first down. So I'm going to come back and apologize.
Watching these Greenways, man, they definitely have some tools that they can just pull to. It's not just one guy up the middle. It's not one guy on the outside. I mean, they're doing a great job, moving the ball around tonight. Now, granted, they have a couple key players. But, here for a while, it looks like the Bulldogs have been holding them for the last little bit. So let's just see what happens on this play. Riley comes up to the line. Snap back. Looks like he's going to hand off to number 6 again up the middle. This time he doesn't get touched. Looks like he's going to take it to the 30. And it looks like he's going to go down. No, he did not go down. That man's got tree trunks his legs, and he just took it in the end zone again. That's something we've been seeing tonight. And
number 6. Draymond
You know,
Jackson
Micah,
on the carry.
you know, what do you say there? You know, we've called his name all night. You know, Big Nick Thompson. He's got he's a strong back, right? And then you come right back in with a Robinson that says, "Hey, I want some of this. I want some of this action." And he comes in, and you know, the Portageville Bulldogs, quite frankly, do everything they can early to try to stop him, and he gets in the backfield, and we miss a great opportunity to tackle him there, both with Ian Torrey and John Garrett Kellums.
You know, and for the Bulldogs that hurt, looks like they're going for two, and he's wide open in the end zone. Two-point conversion is good. It's going to leave the score at 28-0 with 5 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock.
28. Portageville Bulldogs 0.
Deposit your check here or here. Or even there. Deposit your check wherever you are with First Midwest Bank's new mobile deposit. Just tap, snap, deposit. It's that simple. New mobile deposit from First Midwest Bank, serving the communities we call home.
We are back on YHC TV, where the Malden Green Waves have a 28-point lead in the second quarter with 5 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock. Riley, also their kicker, not only their quarterback's going to kick. Looks like a pretty nice kick. It looks like McCrae's going to take it at about the 15. He's going to cut it upfield. Looks like he's making it to the 30. Got into a little block, but he's still kicking it outside. He's going to take it on the left side. He's around the 45, the 50. 55 is where he gets taken out of bounds. Nice run from McCrae.
Unfortunately, Micah, there is one of those yellow flags on the field.
Where the Bulldogs will set up 1st and 10.
I bet the Bulldogs are hoping that that's not against them. Let's see, but I bet the Malden Green Waves are hoping it's not on them either.
Yeah,
so,
unfortunately, Micah, it's going to be against Portageville, and it's going to come on back, and Mauldin's going to get in pretty darn good possession defensively here.
Below the knees against the Bulldogs.
It was against the Bulldogs, Kev. Looks like that's going to be going back some.
You know, Micah, one of the things you got to do, you know, you got to try to win that war, not only on offense, not only on defense, but boy, you know, you don't want to win the war in penalty yards, right? You want to stay there and you want to win. You want to win the lowest amount. And right now, you know, Portageville has maintained themselves and not really done anything to hurt themselves. But right there is one testament that if you block below the waist on a kickoff, you're going to get called for
it. John Garrett Kellums back to take the snap from Allred. Looks like it's a pitch to
number 2. You know, there you go. You know, a kid, first game of the season when Portageville traveled to St. Louis and played. We saw him run the ball a couple of times, and here we go. Cameron West gets another nod to run the ball.
You know, he ran good, Kev. He runs hard. Looks like they're going to try out a few little tools that Portageville has. Maybe switch up the game, change it a little bit before going into half.
Right on. Right now, you got a second down and around 7, and you're looking at a single back fullback set with 2 linemen or 2 tight ends with a tight end dump, and you know, hey, we just witnessed right there. That might be the youth of a freshman right there. You know, hey, look, we got a tight end dump. We got to get it in. We got to get it out quick. And hey, look, he's used to maybe getting 10 or 15 yards and then looking for the ball, right?
Yeah, I mean, John Garrett Kellums, he saw an opening, he took it, and Torrey ran a good route. It just seemed to me like he just couldn't get his hands right on the ball. I would say that would be youth. Portageville back on the line.
Pass by John Garrett Kellums. He's going to scramble over here to the right side, and he's going to get out of bounds right there. Looks like he got maybe 2 yards. Going to bring up a 4th down and about 6, maybe 7 yards here.
Short gain on the play. Bring up 4th and 7 for the Bulldogs.
You know, Kev, I look around and I see a lot of papers acting like fans, so you know it's hot for these boys out there in those pads. So
no doubt, no doubt. Going to go to the punt set.
Greisler back to take it. Looks.
Snap. Looks like the Green Wave recover.
You know, we had a high snap there for the Portageville Bulldogs. Tried to recover it, looking up, trying to feel it and see it, and next thing you know, Malden Green Wave comes in there and blasts him and takes the ball away from him. So Malden Green Wave is going to set up pretty right here on their own.
Green Wave will take over.
20.
On their own 20, 21, 22-yard line. No, it's actually closer than that, about 18-yard line there. Already leading 28-0 with 3 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in the half.
Yeah, Kevin, that one stings for the Bulldogs. Let's see if Malden will take advantage of their good ball placement. Riley back. Looks like he is going to hand off to number 22, and they're going to run side kind of a reverse to the right side. But he is taken down. Kobe Chiller stayed on him and never stopped, and that resulted in a nice tackle.
Again, you know, you got people Malden, you got people, you know, John, you got people going out and things. You got to have a little bit more in yourself to say, you know what, dude, I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to play this game the right way, and I'm going to play it the way that I've been taught. I'm not going to jaw. I'm not going to mouth. I'm going to make a great play. And you know what? The kid makes a good play. He gets up, and unfortunately, you know, people start doing things that make you feel like you need to go on and jaw back, and that's what happens. And you got to be more disciplined than that, Micah.
Riley hands off to Robinson again. Looks like he's going to get several yards up the middle.
On the keeper.
That's going to be coming back. That looks like a hold right there on your backer, number 30. You know, look, he's done a lot of great things tonight. But, you know, you can't go in there and put your hands across the shoulder pads and try to drag him down. They're going to call that most generally every single time. You know, one of the things that I'm seeing tonight, Micah, that has been a positive on both sides of the football, I guess I shouldn't say not surprised, but, you know, it's hot tonight. It's very, very hot tonight, very humid tonight. And you know,
both teams have been able to hold on to that football if that's where you're going.
They really have. They've been able to, hey, I'm gonna hold on to the football. But, you know, you don't see a lot of people that got their hands on their knees tonight. These kids are in shape. They're in football shape. Two quality football teams, even though the score doesn't look as if it is, with the Green Waves on top 28-0.
Riley's bringing his team up to the line. Have one in motion. Number 9's going to pitch it.
Sweep left, coming right to you. Right here to big Cameron West, and he gets the tackle, but not in time.
Touchdown, Green Wave. Number 1, Cortez Dobbins.
You know, Kev, when you get your ball that close to your touchdown, it's just tough. That hurts for any team that would, you know.
Look, Portageville is relatively a young football team, you know, and what I love about this Malden Green Wave team right now is, look, you know, they're not going to stop. They're going to keep pounding. They're still going to go. Their depth is tremendous. They got a lot of kids that love to play the football game the right way. They've worked their tails off for the last 3-4 years in the weight room, and you know, hey, look, at the end of the day, all of that is what we see on Friday night, and the Bulldogs have done the exact same thing. They worked their tail off all summer. You know, matter of fact, I was talking to Derek Priggle, which obviously in All-State as a junior, he knows a little bit about football, Mike.
Yes, sir.
And he said, man, I just can't wait for season to start because I'm wore out, you know. And he was talking about practices being a little easier than what they do in the summer. So both football teams prepare extremely well for their season. and you're seeing it right now, Micah. You don't see anybody hands on their knees. You don't see anybody going in and trying to take a break. They want to be out there. They want to play football because, hey, they're not tired. They're wanting to go in there and they do what they do.
You know, and like you said, talking about Priggle, I had the opportunity to talk to him a couple times this summer, and one thing you can say about him, he's definitely a leader. If there was anything going on, if he could get in the weight room, he was in the weight room. If he could be running, he was running. He's definitely earned that leadership role on his team, not only with his actions, but the way he plays, the way he holds himself. So everything you want in a senior for sure, Kev.
Absolutely. Everything and more. Everything and more.
Riley goes back to kick. It's going to be a bullet kick. Looks like Torrey's going to pick it up at the 20. He's got a little bit of room to run. He's going to take it on the right side, and then looks like he's going to get the ball to about the 42, 43, Kev. And, you know, one thing with the freshman, he sure didn't just jump out of bounds. He stayed in there and took a lick.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I tell you, you know, it goes back to, the old adage saying is, hey, look, this is going to be, you know, Coach Bullock. It's going to be, you know, Coach Red. It's going to be so many people contributing to say, hey, look, this is what we do. This is Portageville Bulldog football, and you know what? We're going to hit you. We're not going to step out of bounds, and that's the way it's going to be, right?
There's 2:27 left on the clock. John Garrett's out there getting his team together, trying to pump them up. Coming to the line. 34-0, Malden lead. It's going to be a pitch to McCray, right side. Got a little room to run.
Pitch number 3, McCray. Run out of bounds. The number 60 for the Green Wave.
McCray with a sweep out to the right side with a host of Green Wave gangsters coming in and just saying, hey, look, you know, we're going to force you out of bounds. And you're not going to see Keith McCray run out of bounds very often. And that right there, when you can look back and you see about 6 of them coming to you, you know, you say, hey, look, I think I'm just going to take this one and step out of bounds right there.
The Bulldogs with the ball. Kellums to take the snap. The snap. Looks like a fake handoff. He's going to look for a pass.
Got a double.
Oh, we might have a pass interference here.
Come on!
Now, there's no flag on the play.
You know, Mike, I tell you, you know, that's an unfortunate call on both sides because, you know, you really don't know who to call that. But, you know, is it football and let them a little hand checking going on if you're a wide receiver deep back or you know, do we throw the flag every time you touch a wide receiver? You know, that's one of those calls that you just got to – it's kind of bittersweet either way. You know.
Well said, Kev. It depends on whose eyes you're looking it through. If you got a blue shirt on tonight, you probably want to say one thing, and if you got a green shirt on, you're going to say the other. So, but they're back to playing.
3rd down, 5, 2 minutes, 16 seconds left to play in the first half. We got us a pass right here, going right back to number 1, and you know, again, right there is you got to be able to do the right thing and say, you know what, there's been a lot of jawing going on. There's been a lot of talking going on in this field, but when you do things like this, you say, Coach, I don't have the tolerance, and I just get a little aggravated. And this is what you're going to see right here. You got to be more disciplined than that, Micah.
Yes, you do, especially as a junior, Kevin. That's not a freshman.
No. I tell you one thing about Kobe Chillis is they call him 6A around here and around Portageville. And one of the things that I've grown to love about him is he's got a saying, let's let it eat. And so at the end of the day, he's going to have to go in and try to do a little bit better from a patience perspective because they're going to beat some Malden. That's the game. That's the game of football.
Looks like Chrysler's going to be – we got a flag on the play. Might be an offsides from –
flag on the play.
Well, let's give a little shout out to the Portageville junior high Bullpups yesterday. They played the Malden Green Waves and were able to, the 8th grade team was able to come out with a victory. I think the 7th grade team played a jamboree. It was a well-played ball game. Chrysler back for the punt. Punt gets out. Looks like about a 30, I don't know, a 40-yard punt. Nice tackle.
Micah, there's a flag on the play right here. Could be roughing the kicker. Yes, it is, against the Green Waves.
It's going to be going back even further then.
Actually, that very well could be a first down for the Portageville Bulldogs, depending on where the spot is. We're going to see right here. We'll let that white hat come in here and take us there.
Penalties decline. 1st and 10. Green Wave. Ball will be spotted on their own 33-yard line.
You know, Kev, you slapped on those football pads and that blue jersey quite a bit. What did it feel like last night when your son, for the 8th grade team, you know, because they get more competitive as you get older. I know he had a good showing last night. What'd you think about it as a dad?
Yeah, I think you know you got a lot of kids, you got a lot of great coaches at the Portageville level that love the kids and they want to play football. And I tell you what, they all did a great job last night. I tell you what, Mauldin's a great football team at the junior high level. We're going to be able to see this for a ways.
Kev, they tried to find that reverse, and it looks like McCray caught on to it that time. But, you know, once again, Malden Green Waves, they are not letting up. This team came to play. The scoreboard showing that they came to play, and they're not stopping. So Portageville's definitely going to have to do something at halftime to change it for them. But the Malden Green Waves are playing good football. YHC-TV, 1:39 left on the clock, 2nd quarter. It's 34-0 with the Malden Green Waves being up.
You know, Mike, I tell you, it really is all about the horses up front, and the offensive line right now for the Malden Green Waves is winning this battle.
Kev, it's going to sweep right. He's gained about 15, 20 yards. It looks like Ian Torrey's going to get him out of bounds at about the 55, or the 45, sorry.
He'll bring it out across midfield.
You know, it's just a wide receiver, you know, jet sweep coming across on a motion. And, you know, Jeremy's going to take care of the football and get him a first down. You know, he doesn't touch the ball very much, but as a 6'1", 147-pound senior, he says, but when I do get it, Coach, let me show you what I can do with the football. And
yes,
gets a valuable first down right here with 1:15 left to go in the half.
Malden's going to try to take advantage of this. They're not slowing down. Riley back for the snap. We got one in motion. Looks like he's going to be handing off to number 30 in the middle, and it looks like he's going to have room to run. Looks like he's going to have all the room he wants, and he's to the 10, the 5, and it's a touchdown. Malden Green Wave once again.
Touchdown Green Wave.
Once again, Kev, you know, their offensive line is just pushing hard. You know, Portageville's playing hard ball, but
you know, they're not doing anything fancy. I mean, they're just lining up there and saying, hey, look, we're going to run it through the A, B, or C gap, and we're not going to try to, you know, do any mismatching, and we're not going to try to do anything fancy. Hey, look, we're just going to go in here and we're going to show you what we got, and we're going to give you everything we got. And right now, the Malden Green Waves has got a little bit more than the Portageville Bulldogs right now up front.
Yes, they do. Looks like Riley's going to be kicking for the extra point. Kicks up. It is good. It'll be 41-0 with 1:07 left on the – no, it's no good. Sorry.
No good.
Just a bit outside. Just a bit outside. You're watching Portageville Bulldogs versus Malden Green Wave football right here at Portageville Vic Reeves Stadium, home of the coach Jim McKay, Hall of Fame football coach. Guys, we got 1:07 left to go in this first half, and it has been all Green Wave, Micah. It has been everything that we thought this team could possibly bring tonight. And they're showing the reason why they're one of the top 2-3 teams in Southeast Missouri tonight.
Yes, sir.
Number 9 set to kick it away for the Green Wave. Bulldogs send back deep. Number 10, Torrey, along with number 3, McCray.
Kev, I'd like to be a fly on the wall in the locker room for both teams.
You know, it's going to be a long halftime after this kick, but I want to tell you right now, ball's actually going to go in the end zone. We're going to get a touchback with 1 minute and 7 seconds left to go in this first half. And what I think is going to be interesting right here is what does Portageville do right here with this 1 minute and 7 seconds left? Hey, do we say, hey, look, we got a long second half.
From the 20-yard line.
Let's just see if we can't just, try to get a first down, or are we saying, hey, look, we got a long first half, and let's just try to bomb it out here, and let's get this thing going. Let's try to get on the board.
Kev, I think I would try to push it up the field. Let's see if Mauldin's getting tired. Let's try to change the momentum of the ball game going into half.
Starting right here on the Portageville 20, with going right back to the wishbone set with, again,
Mauldin's line once again.
Big fullback, right there to Lil. Says, look, I'm going to try to get us at least a yard, just, and takes the whole darn team to, practically take him down. Big old tough kid, hard kid. Loves to play the game of football. I tell you what, it ain't just Landon and Lil. I'd say a majority of those Portageville football kids right now love to play the game of football. It's unfortunate right now that they're getting this lesson, but sometimes you got to say, tip your cap.
Yes, sir, you do.
Football team,
and they didn't underestimate them at practice. They practiced hard this week. They've been practicing for Malden. Looks like McCray's going to take it on the outside, gain of about 5 to 6 yards probably. So they're still running hard. Looks like the clock's going to run out on this, and we're going to go into halftime.
To the half, Mike, and I got to tell you, you got 3 football coaches for Portageville that are. I'd put them up against any coaching staff in the Boot Hill, Missouri, and you're going to have Coach Bullock and Coach Ashley Swims and Coach Gerald Pickering. They're going to go in there at halftime. They're going to try to revamp, try to say, hey, look, what's going on, what's not going on. And we potentially could see a different second half. We'll see.
Thanks for watching YHC TV.
What is your emergency? Need assistance at County Road 61 and Highway 9. Help is on its way.
Clear! There's a better way to jumpstart your soil back to health. Apply Endzone to protect and increase nitrogen efficiency without killing bacteria. Apply Prevent to increase phosphorus availability and reduce fixation. Better yet, use them both to get more from your fertilizer investment and see higher potential yields. Ag Explorer, your prescription for healthy soil.
Deposit your check here or here or even there. Deposit your check wherever you are with First Midwest Bank's new mobile deposit. Just tap, snap, deposit. It's that simple. New mobile deposit from First Midwest Bank, serving the communities we call home.
We are back, YHC TV at Portageville, Missouri. You recording? We recording yet? Hey, are we recording? I gotta redo it. I can't hear you either. Why can't we hear each other anymore?
We are here in Portageville, YHC TV, with the Malden Green Waves versus the Portageville Bulldogs, where Malden has got the lead 40-0. Going into the third quarter. Let's see what these coaches did during halftime and how they talk to their guys. Both teams have been playing hard. It's hot outside. The mosquitoes will flat carry you away. But it is football in Southeast Missouri, and we wouldn't have it any other way.
You're exactly right, Mike. I'll tell you one thing that I can assure you that both coaches probably had a very heart-to-heart talk with their kids. Not how hard they're playing, okay? They're all playing extremely hard. But, hey, we got to play with discipline. And I can assure you both coaches did not like the non-discipline, things that was going on, that we saw go on in the first half. You got a 40-0 football game, and, they're, both sides of the football, we got to have more discipline. We're more professional than that. We got better programs than that. And I can assure you that both head coaches stress that. And I'm sure that we're going to see a total different second half in regards to that as well.
Well, we're fixing to find out. It looks like there's about 40 seconds left on the clock of halftime. We got both teams huddling up, getting ready to go after it. So I'm looking forward to it, Kev. Malden is definitely taking this ball game in the first two quarters. We'll see what they do on 2 or 3 and 4. So,
looks to me as if look, you got the start of the second half. Portageville is going to have to kick off to the Green Waves, and what Portageville wants to try to do is say, hey, look, we know we're a good football team. We know we got a great defense. We know we got a great defensive coordinator in Coach Gerald Pickering, an old. Hey, look, all-state football player,
yes,
Portageville, both football and baseball. He's got all the discipline in the world. And we'll see what happens this second half.
All ready to kick. Number 1 picks it up. Looks like he's going to take it upfield. He is not only going to take it upfield, he's going to take it all the way downfield. I don't think we laid a hand on him. Definitely not the way for the Bulldogs to start the half out, but what a play for the Malden Green Waves.
Well, one of the things that I saw there is we had our second team unit in. The Green Waves did not. Portageville had their JV, if you will, team in. Looks like, hey, look, we were going to try to say, hey, look, we're going to try to play a little football, let other kids try to get a hold of the ball, let them do some things. And the Malden Green Waves come in with their varsity unit. And, look, let's just face it, man, a varsity unit versus a JV unit, they're probably going to usually 9 times out of 10 kind of become victorious, right?
Yes, sir. The odds were stacked against Portageville on that one. Back to kick. Kicks up. It is no good.
Kick is up and no good.
Given not the way the Bulldogs probably pictured it coming back from half, might be the way the Malden Green Waves did.
15 seconds into the half is not how you want to start a second half with a score already on the board, right? So, 46-0. Portageville comes out. Looks like they're going to bring in, a few new faces on the D-line. They're going to have a defensive backfield. Looks very similar to what we've been used to seeing, but you got 53 there for Portageville that we haven't called his name and since we've started. So look, we're going to see some young kids playing this half, and the good thing about it is those young men, they want to play too, right? They're ready to go.
Oh yes, sir. And like we talked about earlier, that is the up and coming. That's the reason that these programs continue to get better and get larger and get bigger. I look around, and a few years back there wasn't near as many people on the sidelines, but these coaches have brought these kids out to play. And okay, Torrey picks it up at about the 15. He's cutting upfield. Looks like he is going to make it to about the 35.
Number 10, Torrey on the return.
With a great tackle by number 34,
Zach
Grace. And again, hey, look, we got 34 doing a lot of mouthing early in the game. Kids pack up right here, and guess what? Gives Ian Torrey a pat on the back. That's the discipline we were talking about that we knew that both coaches probably said in the locker room. That's the kind of football we like to see right there.
Yes, sir. And, emotions run high in football games. We've both been there.
You know, they do.
Sometimes you say stuff or do something that's not really there, but then, like you just said, you come back, you pat him on the back, attaboy. Garrett goes back to throws it to number 11, Chrysler. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 8 yards.
Will Chrysler.
Again, John Garrett looking very confident back there. He looked confident in the first half.
Kev, I actually, this whole year to me, he has definitely looked confident, taking on more of that leadership role. Getting a year behind him, coming in as junior. He's definitely ready to play football. And there's no sign that neither one of these teams are giving up right now. They're both playing hard. It looks like Torrey makes a very nice catch.
Pass complete.
And they're going to call it incomplete, but it was definitely a good 1-2 punch, a tad bit high. Torrey got up to catch it.
What a great effort by Ian Torrey there. Great throw by John Garrett. Hey, you got to throw it up a little bit because the guy's he's got undercover underneath him, and he's got to get it above him. And look, almost a great catch by Ian Torrey right there.
Yes, sir. And and Ian Torrey's definitely got those hops to get up there and catch that ball like that. And hey, he's just a freshman, so there's more to come with that. Might have been a little misread there on his route there.
Complete.
Sometimes when you pass the ball, sometimes you just got to get rid of it and get it off there, and that's what John Garrett did right there. He said, like, look, I'm getting pressured here. I just got to let it grow, and he drifted it over the receiver's head and Ian Torrey. But not a bad idea at that point because you don't really want to give the ball over right there.
Pitch is to McCray, right side. He's going to give us a little bit of room to run. Once again, he does not stop. This boy runs hard. And Malden Green Waves are coming at him hard. So it's a good run, good play, good defense. These boys are still playing good football. Third quarter, 8:50 on the clock.
First down, Bulldogs.
Portageville ball, first down.
Got a lot of new faces here for the Green Waves. Interesting to see, hey, look, the kids want to play. Got a lot of new faces, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomore out there and wanting to play some football here.
Once again, Landon DeLille runs hard.
Handoff, number 44.
Great tackle by number 35.
DeLille.
Howie Payne, big 5'8", 171, sophomore, playing that middle linebacker position right there,
Our whole line's coming off that, or Portageville's offensive line's coming off hard, playing good. Once again, just that Malden line, defensive line's coming at them just as hard. All right, Portageville ball.
Going right back to an I formation set.
John Garrett to take the snap. Going to be a handoff to McCray. Up the field, looks like it's going to be a gain of about maybe 15. Looking more like the Bulldogs of the earlier year.
Tackle made by number 35.
Both teams hadn't had just a ton of penalties against them. But the ones we've had and the ones, the ones Portageville's had, we're going to have to learn from them.
There's a lot to learn from this football game, and there's three coaches down there in that sideline wearing a blue cap right now saying, look, we're going to get better. We know what we've done. We know how to get better. And neat thing about it is both football teams, look, we still got 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter, Micah, and they're still playing hard.
Yes,
even though, right now Malden's got a lot of new faces. As you can tell right now, D Triplett's coming in here to play a little bit of defense, and he's got he's obviously a freshman. And you got a cornerback playing a position right now in number 21, Logan Freeman. A big 5'7", 128 sophomore. Got a lot of freshmen and sophomore out there playing for the Green Waves right now.
Yes, sir. Kellums takes the snap. He's going to drop back. No, he's going to take it up the middle. Going to be a gain of about 2 or 3 probably.
Again, John Garrett seeing the field. This is the kind of stuff that you like to see, even when you're losing. You like to see a kid that wants to have continued to increase his confidence. He saw he had an opening. Hey, look, I'm just going to tuck it and run. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm not going to do anything stupid. I want to roll right back in here and try to get a first down. Again, outside linebacker, for Mauldin Green Wave, number 67, Ethan Badir. Look, 5'9", 165 freshman. Comes in there and tries to stick his head up into John Garrett's stomach. Hey, he gets a good tackle.
John Garrett to take it up the middle again. Looks like this time he might grab the first down.
Kellum's on the keeper.
Had some good blocking by Allred.
Tackle made by number 53, Alex Crawford, for the Green Wave.
Micah, you got an interesting matchup right here that I want to make sure that I break in here and make sure that you're looking at. You got big Derek Priggle, number 68 for the Portageville Bulldogs, and big number 44 D triplet freshman, playing at that D tackle position. And it's going to be interesting to see who wins this one right here. It's as you got a freshman and a senior.
I think that pretty much answers your question. Definitely on the holding side, Derek didn't hold him, but definitely pushed his competitor back. But we had some other people break in there and stop the play, so we're going to have a little loss there for Portageville Bulldogs.
I mean, look, again, Derek Priggle shows you the reason why that, Southeast Missouri, I want to be lineman of the year, and this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to play hard every play. Doesn't matter who you put in front of me. I'm going to play. You can double, triple team me, but I can be who I need to be.
That is correct. He hits hard, and he don't stop. The legs don't stop moving, and that's what makes a good player.
Make it 3rd and goal for the Bulldogs.
We got 3rd and goal for the Bulldogs right here. Again, you want to always finish strong. You as the old saying is, it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. And, Portageville, look, they're going to go to 2-1. That's still a darn good start to the young season, and don't have anything to be worried about, and they're still going to continue to play hard, even when there's 4 minutes left to go in this 3rd quarter.
Tackle on the play by number 67.
And they're still playing hard.
The Green Wave.
And Malden's still playing hard.
Make it 4th and goal, Bulldogs.
Again, Micah, it's the little things that you got to look at about this game to say, hey, look, there's going to be some positives, there's going to be some negatives, things that we can work on, and things we did good. And one of the things that I think the Malden Green Wave did is they came in and said, you know what, we're going to run our game.
Looks like we're going to have all sides on Malden. It's going to put Portageville a little bit closer.
Flag on the play. All sides against the Green Wave.
I'm sure the coach is definitely hammering the Green Waves for that. Have that much of a lead and start making those silly mistakes. Even at this point in the ball game, you don't want to make mistakes. You want to improve. Looks like John Garrett Kellums is going to carry it on into the end zone with the little keeper. That's going to be a touchdown for the Portageville Bulldogs. So that actually they just got on the clock. They just made it on the clock. 6-.
Hey, right now Malden's got their JV in, and it's no surprise. I mean, we should be scoring on our JV. That's what we hope to do, right? We hope that John Garrett can get around the corner on a JV kid, and we hope that our offensive line can outblock them. And this is nothing but pure guts for Portageville, wanting to do the right thing, try to get on the board, give us a little bit of momentum going into next week. And but by no means does this say that the Malden Green Wave's not a great football team.
All ready to kick, and it is good.
Kick it up, and it's good.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he's missed a kick all year. I think he made 5 extra point attempts last week, and then he's continuing that stretch this week. So he's not only a good center for us, good center for the Bulldogs rather, but contributing other parts of the football game.
You're right on. Hey, we got us a timeout with the officials, so we're going to take one. You're watching YHC TV, Portageville Bulldog versus Malden Green Waves, 46-7 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Crop Production Services is one of the largest distribution networks of agriculture products and services in the southeast Missouri. It's proud to support high school athletics. CPS provides service including various soil sampling and mapping, fall fertilizer and lime, custom application services, wheat seed, chemicals, and Dynagrow seed and LPI nutritional products. Crop Production Services has a knowledgeable staff providing agronomic solutions for all your fall needs or to plan for your spring 2015 needs. Contact CPS in Portageville, Culin, Sykeston, Burney, or other locations throughout southeast Missouri or northeast Arkansas. If you need auto parts, stop by Delta Auto Parts and Salvage on Highway 61 in Portageville. Colin and his staff will assist you with all your needs. They specialize in domestic car, light truck parts. Go online to deltaautoparts.com for parts and information.
We are back. Portageville versus Malden right here on YHC TV.
Looks like Mauldin's going to call a timeout.
Timeout. Green wave.
You know, what a testament
Kevin.
right here on this, Micah. Look what happens. You know, Coach Wyatt sees what we've got going on the other side of the ball, calls timeout, says, look, we're not going to keep our varsity out here on kickoff return. Let's go ahead and let's let our JV come out and try to do, you know, again, tries to do the right thing.
Good
right?
coaching.
It's all about discipline.
Good coaching on both sides. You know, hey, they got the best of Portageville maybe right now. Maybe that'll change later, and maybe it won't.
Hey, we're going to take a timeout.
Look good.
We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back.
What is your emergency? Need assistance at County Road 61 and Highway 9. Help is on its way.
Clear! There's a better way to jumpstart your soil back to health. Apply Endzone to protect and increase nitrogen efficiency without killing bacteria. Apply Prevent to increase phosphorus availability and reduce fixation. Better yet, use them both to get more from your fertilizer investment and see higher potential yields. Ag Explorer, your prescription for healthy soil.
Introducing New Wave Wi-Fi at home. Now you can stay connected to the web and not the wall. One connection connects multiple computers, so you can surf the internet from any room in your home with no wires, no worries, and no limits to what you can do. Everything is included. One simple call is all it takes. Connect everyone, everywhere with New Wave Wi-Fi at home. Now available. Call 1-888-8-NEW-WAVE today.
If you take a look at the field tonight, you should be impressed because it's in great condition thanks to Turf Renovations. Turf Renovations is responsible for outstanding field surfaces on not only this field but also numerous ones in the area. Turf Renovations prides himself on providing the best playing surfaces for all area athletes. To check out their projects, go online to turfrenovations.com.
All right, Micah, we're back here with the Green Waves on top 46-7 against the Portageville Bulldogs. Again, D Triplet just takes it, lays on it right there and says, hey, look, let's take it right here on the 38-39-yard line and let's just see what we can do right here.
First and 10.
Going to be able to call some things here, Micah, that don't really get to call right here in a varsity football game. It's good to see it, though. Hey, look, both sides of the football. Malden Green Wave, Portageville Bulldogs. Looks like we're going to get to watch the junior varsity play here and try to get some plays in for these kids.
You know, Kev, that makes on both sides of the team. That's going to make their looks like there's a penalty on the field. But, you know, playing these younger guys, you know, even if you're a winning coach or a losing coach, it's going to make you better. It's going to make them better. And, you know, hey, I've been the guy that's on the side wanting to get out there, whether or not or for whatever reason, just to get out there and get on the field.
You know, Portageville calls timeout there, and not quite sure what the confusion was, but we're going to take a timeout with you.
Greenpoint Ag in Portageville, located south of Portageville on Highway T. The 7 Greenpoint locations offer seed, fertilizer, crop protection products, and custom application services. And stop by the Portageville Farm and Home Store for a large selection of home, lawn, garden supplies, hardware, and clothing. Go to greenpointag.com or call 573-379-3816. The Malden Green Waves have the football. Looks like they're going to do a sweep left.
Handoff, number 15.
Taken down by, look like number 90.
Tackle made by
number 82.
McCray for the Bulldogs.
And number 3.
Loss on the play. I get second down and 14.
Minute 40 left to go in the third quarter here at Portageville. Green Wave on top, 46-7. Second down and 14. Got a sweep to the right, number 15. Hey, look, he says, hey, I want the ball. Let me show you what I can do, coach. And look, big Bryce Nelson says, hey, I'm 5'8", 146 pounds, but I'm going to run like a horse now. So glad to see these kids get a chance at the opportunity to play in a varsity football game and see what it looks like Friday Night Lights.
12 for the Green Wave.
Yes, sir. You saw Priggle come on and then Priggle go off the field.
You know, again, it's a testament to say, hey, look, we're disciplined football players. We're disciplined coaches. And we got a JV versus JV game. We're going to bring our studs and horses out and try not to get them injured. And so that's the reason why you see in Portageville's case, you know, Derek Priggle coming off. Got another reverse. Great read right there, Micah, by number 55 for the Portageville Bulldogs, Warren Chambliss. He stayed at home, got in there. Hey, look, I'm going to bring him back in. And then Cameron finishes him off. That's what you like to see in these young kids. That's great football. Looks like that's probably going to do it for the third quarter with Malden on top, 46-7 going into the fourth quarter. Hey, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Be right back with the fourth quarter action.
Where the Malden Green Waves are ahead of the Portageville Bulldogs. Looks like a lot of the starters have been pulled from the game. It is 46-7 with a Malden Green Wave lead. It's been a good football game. Both teams have played hard. Malden back to punt. The punt is up. Looks like it will be a dead ball about the 48-yard line.
Ball will be down just across midfield where the Bulldogs will.
I'm going to take a time in Butler Drugstore on Main Street in Portageville is your local full-service pharmacy, also including gifts and fine jewelry. Dr. Trey Roan has been serving the area for many years and provides your prescription solutions. Stop by 222 East Main Street in Portageville or call 573-379-5469. Portageville taking the field. Malden, definitely some young cats out there tonight now. Let's see what they do because this is what we'll be seeing in the future. I think Ian Torrey's going to have the ball for the Bulldogs in the quarterback position.
You got Ian Torrey at the helm. You know, these kids played Pee-wee football with these. I had the opportunity to play Pee-wee football with these kids and able to coach them a little bit. And, you know, you got number 88, Luke Darsh. You know, you got big RJ at 52 and you just got a lot of great kids that love the game of football out there right now at the Portageville side, and makes you just be proud to be a Bulldog if you're on the blue and white side because these kids can play football, and that tells you right there that they're going to be here for a while.
Yes, sir. And, you know, and one good thing, even on the Malden side, you know, they've got a whole other team also they put out there, and it's just nice, I guess, to be in high school football right now from where you're from because what I've noticed, you know, you got Kelly up and coming. You know, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger. There's just teams, you know, kids are coming out to play, so that means they're not out causing trouble and causing bad things to happen. So keep these kids out on the sports fields, whatever it may be, softball, baseball, football. Torrey back takes the snap, hands off to number 22. Looks like he's going to gain about 5 yards.
Number 32, Lamar Alexander.
Tell you what, big Lamar Alexander, you know, he's a young kid and loves the game and a time where, you know, you just made a comment, you know, he needs football a lot worse than football needs him, and he works hard and he tries to do the right thing and, you know, and keeps himself out of trouble, works hard and turned into a really good two-back. Again, got a sweep, you know, with Cameron West off to the side, and great block right there by number 32, Lamar Alexander, and Cameron West decides he wants to cough it up right there at the end. It looks like Mauldin might have recovered it. And they did, Micah, right there at the end. And It's unfortunate, but, you know, it's a good learning experience, and that's what they're out there right now for, right?
Yes, sir, it is. We definitely don't like dropping the ball. You know, we talked earlier tonight that when both the varsity teams were playing, you know, there wasn't really no fumbles or anything. I don't know if that's getting slow later as the game goes on and fundamentals are leaving you.
Well, I think right now, man, it could be just jitters, you know, with these young kids getting out here. You know, they're not used to playing on Friday nights. And regardless if they're playing against another junior high or JV team, you're still playing on Friday night, Mike, and it's still you feeling like you get that varsity experience.
Looks like going to be a timeout for Malden. We're going to take time to recognize A-Plus Family Clinic in Portageville has been providing the area with medical services with great quality and service. Visit them at 203 East 3rd Street or give them a call at 379-2100. To schedule an appointment, A-Plus Family Clinic in Portageville for local medical solutions. Crop Production Services, one of the largest distribution networks of agriculture products and services in southeast Missouri, is proud to support high school athletics. CPS provides services including various soil sampling and mapping, fall fertilizer and lime, custom application services, wheat seed, chemicals, and Dynagrow seed and LPI nutritional products. Crop Production Services has a knowledgeable staff providing agronomic solutions for all your fall needs. To plan for your spring 2015 needs, contact CPS in Portageville, Culin, Sykeston, Bernie, or other locations throughout southeast Missouri or northeast Arkansas. We are back.
Had a sweep off to the left side. Again, you know, playing hard-nosed football. Got some young, inexperienced kids at this varsity level playing right now, and it looks, you know, as we saw even in the first half with the two varsity teams, Micah, still playing hard, still playing extremely hard.
You know, Malden had a good turnout tonight visiting Portageville. Both sidelines were probably equally as full. Portageville also had a good turnout.
You know, Micah, that's the good thing about two teams that are successful. You know, they're going to come out and support their towns, support their teams, support those kids that are out there giving it everything they got, and that's what we see. Draw play right here, number 20. Looks like that's probably going to come back. Got a holding right there in the internal line, but again, nice little move right there. You know, hey, get down, young man. Get down, young man. Don't stand up there. You're going to get your head taken off in the varsity level. You know, get down and get low and find some grass.
Personal foul.
Yes, sir, Kev. One thing that's cool that I like watching when these younger kids come out and play, kind of step back and watch and see who's the next captains of these teams are going to be. See who's verbal, see who's, you know, trying to team everybody up and then pep them up or put them in the right spot. Just you know, another thing I like about watching these teams grow and watching them progress.
Yeah, it's right on. You know, I look at both sidelines, and I look at the green and white over at Malden. I look at the blue and white at Portageville, and you know, everybody still got their helmets on, saying, "Hey, look, let's play football." You know, let's just keep playing.
Malden with the handoff.
Number 20, nice foot in the ground, and says, "You know what? I can do this too, young man. I can do this too, young fella."
You know, and that was just an all-around good run, varsity, junior varsity, or whatever. That was a good run. Malden Green Waves got back on the board. It's going to be 52-7. Let's see if they kick or go for two.
Looks like they're going to go for two right here. I formation with D-Triplet at fullback and giving it to number 20, the young man, Tyler Curry, 5'9", 141-pound junior, and says, look, I can do this too. Gets that two-point conversion, dumps it in.
That's going to put it 54-7. Malden Green Waves ahead. We are back. Y8CTV. where the Portageville Bulldogs are playing the Malden Green Waves, where Malden has a 54-7 lead. We got a new kicker out there, and he had a boot on him. Looks like number 2's carrying the ball for Portageville. Going to take it upfield to about the 35-yard line, where he just gets stopped by about
number 2,
a half a dozen Malden Green Waves.
Again, you look at the little wins. Cameron West, hey, had a fumble his last time he got to touch the ball, and he says, "Hey, young man, I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm gonna keep this thing underneath my collar and go high and keep my ball high, and you're not getting mine, young man." So it's always good to see that we learn by our mistakes, right?
Yes, sir. Kev, I look on the Bulldog sideline, and I see a bunch of starters with still very intense watching this game, thinking about what went on tonight, and I guess registering it, that hopefully it doesn't happen again to them. I look over on the Malden sideline, and I see the same. Both of those starters are still wanting to play. Looks like Ian Torrey's going to take the keeper. He stays in bounds. That gets another couple yards there. It's going to be a first down for Portageville. Kev, as a starter, we're sitting out on a game like this, either on the Malden side or on the Portageville side. What were your thoughts?
I think what those kids right now are thinking, if you're over at Malden saying, hey, look, we prepared for this game. We had a game plan, and we did exactly what our coaching staff wanted us to do, and came in and we successfully done it. I think if you're over here at Portageville and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I did the same thing, there's just times, Micah, where you got to tip your cap and the other team just a little bit better. And I think that's the case right now this year with the Malden Green Waves at this time.
And, that's a good point at this time, because any given Friday night you can either win or you can lose. For Portageville tonight, I think they're going to get the short straw. But that doesn't mean that that's going to happen next time we meet up. So,
no, not at all. I mean, at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is you're trying to win a district title so you can keep going and keep playing and hopefully wear a coat when you're playing, and we still got a lot of time. There's still a lot of football left in this season, and with both football teams being successful right now, it's going to be an interesting season to watch them both play.
Snap back to Torrey. He's going to hand off to number 22 for Portageville. Looks like a gain of about 3 yards, maybe.
It's good to see. It's good to see Tyler, get in there and do the right thing and
about 6. Tackle made by number 89.
I think that these young men, at the end of the day, Micah, being able to play is invaluable on Friday night. And right now, it's really good to see both sides of the football. You got your upperclassmen cheering them on. You got a lot of things going on, right?
Yes, sir. We were talking earlier. I'm pretty sure you got to coach that Hartman kid in football.
Yeah, we did.
I remember you quite saying when he was a younger guy, man, he hits hard. He was young, and it looks like he's continuing to do that. So he's going to be fun to watch as he goes on. It looks like we gained a few yards there, or Portageville gained a few yards.
Hardy along with number 67, Ethan Bader.
Again, we got some new numbers here coming in. You got number 4 for the Portageville Bulldogs coming in. Hunter Gates, again, freshman, up and coming, got a lot of talent.
On the
Big RJ
side,
still there.
On the Malden side, you have the same going on. Number 85, Jordan Morgan. He's 5'11", 160, ninth grader. But, you get these size. These kids are flirting with 6 foot tall, and they're freshmen. So we got some size coming up in the future. There's a flag on the play, but you've got your younger guys playing. There will be more flags.
Absolutely.
Delay a game against the Bulldogs.
It was a delay a game against the Bulldogs. Torrey to be the quarterback, telling his team what play they're going to run. There's 4:30 left on the clock. It is 54-7 here in Portageville, where the Greenways have a lead on them. Torrey to take the snap. Looks like he's going to have a keeper. Going to take it to the left side, and he doesn't get anywhere.
That's a great open field tackle. Number 67, Ethan Bader, and 5'9", 165 freshman.
Loss on the play.
Show me your number, young man. Good job. Great tackle.
you know, on both sides, they're just running guys in and out. That just means, you know, everybody's getting a chance to touch that field tonight, and it sure does look good.
You know, I tell you, it's still hot out. It's still humid out, and, you know, these kids are still giving it everything they got, even though it, at the moment, they're just playing for their own pride right now.
Yes, sir. 3:38 on the clock.
Ball start against the Bulldogs.
Starting to make several small mistakes as this younger team's getting to play on Friday night, something that they're not used to.
You know, just to kind of give a shout-out to some of these kids that they might not get a shout-out the rest of the year, but, you know, for Portageville, you got 58, Mario Reed playing for his second year, and you got, you know, you got number 4 for Portageville, Hunter Gates coming in there and doing what you need to do, and Ian going out for a pass. Great bullet, but it gets intercepted by a great catch for the Malden Green Wave, number 10, Trey Cunningham, a big 5'7", 137-pound sophomore. You know, again, the pressure for these young men. You had number 50 for the Green Waves giving some pressure at Case McCormick, 51, Jake Holloway. You know, both, you know, in that 9th, 10th grade level, and hey, I want to play football, Dad.
And it's
Let
still
me play some.
And it's still football. You know, whether it's a 9th grader playing or a 12th grader playing, these boys are still playing hard football. They're still trying. Now, granted, the starters on both sides are watching, something that they don't like to do. Even if you're winning, you don't like to watch. But it's good for these younger guys to get a little taste of it.
Absolutely.
Malden has the ball, goes back, handoff, up the middle. You know, number 89, I don't know if I've called his name.
Number 88, Luke Darce with a great tackle. Exactly what you want to do as a safety. Hey, look, we're going to get lower and get him tripped up there. But you know, look here. Big Malcolm McBride, 5'7", 142-pound freshman, man, says, hey, look, give me the ball. Let me show you my number, Coach. I might want to play varsity one day.
And that's been a going thing tonight. There's several tools they have out there on the sideline that they've brought out already, and it looks like they were hiding even some more in there because these are not JV runs. These are varsity runs these boys are making. They really bounced. Number 89 again, a very good foot movement right there.
Handoff, number 89.
Man, you got two great kids there that trying to do, you know, everything they can to say, hey, look, you know, we're going to show them that we can play. And every single person that right now that's got a cleat on that daggum grass is saying, Coach, I can play. I can play this game. They're trying to prove a point right now and trying to say, put me in, man. I want to play this game. And obviously you can see both coaches still on the field trying to do what they got to do, you know, even with a minute left to go in this ball game.
Big 44 going to take it upfield. He cuts back into the field. He's tackled at about
number 44.
Again, Big G triplet shows you the speed that we talked about earlier in the game, and
tackle made by number 80.
You know, let's
a
take
great
a look.
open field tackle. You know, number 82 comes in there, Caleb Smith, first-year football player, junior. Hey, great open field tackle by Caleb.
You know, Kev, it's there's 20 seconds left on the clock. Let's give a shout out to both cheerleading squads for a great effort tonight. Both of them look good. They you know, they the same thing. It's hot for them just like it's hot for them football players out there. So we thank them. We thank Malden. We thank Portageville for coming out. We thank them for a good game. We thank YHC-TV.
Guys, we want to thank everybody for watching. You're watching YHC-TV, Portageville versus Malden. That's going to end the ball game with Malden coming up on top, 54-7. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time, YHC-TV.